Hello, my friends, and welcome back to my channel. I wanted to come on and do a love reading, and I felt called to this deck. I haven't used it in a while. So you'll know if this is resonating for you with this deck, this first deck that I'm getting. So let's just get into it. This is an intuitively led reading, so we're gonna see what Spirit wants you to know about this connection. So we're just gonna dive right in. I'm just gonna cut the deck. So we have opportunist, my way or the highway. So it feels like you could have been dealing with someone, I'm hearing distorted masculine energy, someone who, maybe was unwilling to compromise or wanted, like literally, it's my way or the highway. So maybe they wanted things their way. And we have fighting. That's exactly what I was feeling. So it feels like this person, again, I'm getting the sense of like an unwillingness to compromise. So let's keep going. We have extended family, aunt, uncle, cousins, grandparents. So that could be symbolic in some way. Maybe you met their extended family, or maybe some of their extended family, they're close to them. I was hearing like maybe there was family interference. And we have parental figure. So this person could have a lot of childhood wounding, I'm hearing, and part of the way that they behave could stem from a parental figure. It's interesting, the song, what's that song called? It's by Scotty Hellman. What's that song called? There's a line in it that's coming to mind where he says, I'm just as stubborn as my dad. And it talks about drowning in your parents' history. So I do feel like this is someone with some trauma from or behaviors from a parental figure. And we have hazel eyes. What is that song called? I can't think of the name of that song. So we have long-term relationship, and we have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and an ex. So this is definitely about someone from your past, someone that someone that you either had a long-term relationship with them, or maybe that's what you wanted. You wanted a long-term relationship, but I'm just thinking of that card. It's my way or the highway. Maybe this person didn't want a long-term relationship. And unfortunately, with this image, I'm getting that this person could have pushed you away. I'm getting the word discarded. So you could have felt like they discarded you or pushed you away, I'm hearing. Again, I feel like whoever you're dealing with has a lot of distorted masculine energy, and, maybe, again, I feel like there was a lot of fighting, and they were unwilling to compromise. So let's get into it. So what do you need to know about this? We have chained, stuck, addicted. So your person could struggle with addictions. This can also point towards codependency. You could have felt very attached to this person. And it's interesting with this card because when we feel this energy of codependency, we can overcompensate or undercompensate in different ways. And where you became attached, they could have tried to run or push you away because they felt this attachment to you. And then we have endings bring new beginnings and clarity. So I definitely feel like there was an ending here. And now we have death and green eyes. So I definitely feel like there was an ending here, and that it brought some sort of clarity for both of you. It could have been that there was an ending here and it caused you to gain clarity about just how stubborn this person was and just how argumentative they were. Let's keep going. One more. Okay, two more. So we have north. So winter or north could be symbolic. We have social changes, things you once enjoyed are changing, isolated. That is interesting because I'm getting that's your person. Things that they once enjoyed, maybe even things they prioritized over this connection. Since this ending, since losing you, I'm hearing those things don't bring the same fulfillment. And we have isolated. It could also be that when you are with this person, you were spending so much time trying to make it work, or you were spending so much time with this person that you started to put aside the things that you loved. But like I said, I'm also getting the energy that this person is finding that what used to fulfill them is no longer fulfilling them in the same way. And we have change, have the courage, inevitable, be ready. So it does feel like there's some sort of change that's happening after this ending. There's some sort of transformation. And we have success, hard work being rewarded. All right, so let's keep going. We'll just get one more row of cards. Let me make sure that's straight. All right, let's get one more row of cards here. So it's interesting because I'm seeing like a progression of energy here, and it seems to be changing in a more positive way towards your outcome. So let's keep going. We have tall person and we have speak up. So it feels like, what's interesting is when I was in this energy here, I was talking about how sometimes when something ends, it brings us more clarity. And the giraffe does symbolize being able to see the bigger picture, being able to see, when you think about a giraffe, it's very tall, and I'm hearing new perspectives. And then on the bottom, we have speak up. So it feels like there's someone here that wants to speak up towards you. This person could be tall. My plant is taking over. There we go. So let's keep going. So I'm going to take this one, the one that I saw. And we have listening ears. It's interesting that this is coming in underneath clarity, because I'm hearing that this person is finally, since this ending, and now that they're seeing the bigger picture and they have clarity, something you said, they keep replaying in their head. Something you said is now making sense to them. And I think in the past, they were in that very stubborn, argumentative, it's my way or the highway energy, and they couldn't actually hear what you were saying or see things clearly, and they could have just pushed you away. Also, French bulldog could be symbolic. He's also wearing a banana shirt. That's interesting. We have winter. So when that north card came out, I did say winter could be symbolic or something could have happened in the winter. We have December 21st to March 20th. And I'm hearing that could be the period of separation for you. And we have within a few months on the bottom of the deck. So it feels like something is shifting within the next few months in this connection. Now we have blue eyes. So blue eyes, green eyes, hazel eyes could be symbolic. Whoops. And we have long-term relationship, and we have change. So again, it feels like, and we have watching you over the internet. So this is really interesting because it feels like this person is getting ready to have the courage to come in for this long-term relationship. And like I said, your outcome, you have success. Your hard work is being rewarded here. So it feels like this person's opinion about commitment and a long-term relationship is changing. Actually, underneath these two, we had, I didn't mention it, but I saw the marriage card. So it does feel like this person is gaining clarity about commitment or marriage here. So let's get one more here. All right. This one fell in my lap. Ooh, we have the ick. Oh, that's interesting. So what I'm hearing is as you change and grow and evolve, the past version of this person could be giving you the ick. Even me saying that there's a successful, like I'm seeing change and a successful outcome coming, I feel like this person really could have given you the ick is what I'm hearing. And I feel like if they were to come back in the same energy, you would definitely have that ick. And it says opposites clashing. So again, there's that energy that in the past, you and this person weren't seeing eye to eye. I'm actually going to get a few more. The cards are falling all over the ground. We have fighting. And we have prone to illness. So this could be someone who is prone to illness. They could have some sort of, could be a water sign. I just feel like this person wasn't the healthiest person in the past. And sometimes that can manifest as not feeling well, as being susceptible to illness. Yeah, we have reconciliation, come together, agreement. And again, I feel, and we have overgiving. So I feel like you were almost, that's what I was getting with the social changes, that you could have been overgiving to this person and putting aside your own hobbies and interests and friendships and even filling up your own cup because you were trying so hard to meet this person where they were. And that doesn't feel good when you're overgiving and that love isn't being reciprocated. That leaves you feeling drained and empty. And energetically, a connection can't flow if one person is overgiving and the other person is undergiving. And we have summer, and remember we had that card about within a few months. So it feels like there's some sort of shift and change with this person within the next few months by summer. And I am getting the energy with that ick card that until this person changes and until they transform, the past version of them does give you the ick, like that person who just wants to fight with you, wants to be right, doesn't want to compromise, doesn't want to give enough energy. I feel like you have changed and evolved and you know you deserve better. So I'm going to get a different deck to see what else we need to know about this and what's coming, and then we'll get tarot. Personal development, prioritize self. So I feel like that's what you've been doing. You've been learning to fill your own cup up. And we have courage. So that does talk about the change card, or the change card does talk about having courage and being brave to make those changes. Strong, brave, emotional strength. And one more shuffle. We have slow down, take it easy, rest period, Four of Swords. So I just want to see if Spirit's going to let me know what's coming within this connection. We have, reset, start over, try again. And in the very center of your reading, we have reconciliation. So it does feel like this person wants to start over. They want to try again. But again, I'm getting this strong feeling that unless they change, you're not interested. I feel like you've outgrown the past version of them. You've outgrown the fighting. You've outgrown being put on the back burner. You've outgrown that overgiving. You've changed, you've evolved, and you know what you deserve is what I'm hearing. I feel like you were dealing with someone who was unhealed. I feel like you were dealing with someone who was very unhealed. Again, stemming from a parental figure. I actually just want to look up that song that I'm thinking of because I keep hearing it. Scotty Hellman. I just have to enter in some of the lyrics so that I can find it. Ripple Effect. Yes, that's the song. I don't know why I couldn't remember that. So I'm just going to read you a few of these lyrics. I'm just as mean as my mother. You're as angry as your dad. The clenched fist of a real long list of the things we never had. This is not really about you, and it's not really about me. We're just drowning in the ripple effect of our parents' history. So you could even have a parent or a parental figure on your side that, you know, stayed in a connection where they were an overgiver and they put their needs aside for their partner. And it says, so please, can we try something new? Because I want to heal all them wounds. It seems the least I can do for you. Anyway, I keep hearing that song, so I have to look it up. Ripple Effect. Why couldn't I think of that song? All right. So let's see what Spirit's gonna tell us about this connection. Also, there could have been a clash of egos here. When I see these two elephants fighting, it feels like there was obstacles and both of you could have been acting from a place of ego. We have burnt out, and that's exactly what happens when you overgive. You become emotionally burnt out. Like that is the psychological effect that it has on an overgiver. They become emotionally burnt out because it just feels like you're just pouring your energy into something that's not reciprocating it, and then you become emotionally burnt out. And we have breakthrough. Yes, remember, endings bring new beginnings. Breakthrough, epiphany, clarity, new understanding. So I feel like you have a new understanding about this, that you deserve to have your cup filled as well, that you deserve to take up space in a connection as well. And we have Six of Pentacles energy on the bottom, so equal give and take and reciprocity. I also feel like this person has had a breakthrough about this, but I'm gonna make sure with tarot. So we'll just get a few more. Yeah, we have mistake. So this person knows they made a mistake. You know, they know they messed up a good thing here. They know that they're at fault is what I'm hearing. And again, I feel like you also are realizing that you made a mistake and perhaps giving to this connection as long as you did. Or you could be realizing the error of, or the consequence of, you know, overgiving to a connection that's not giving back to you. So if this person rejected you or discarded you, which is something that happens when someone is being challenged, and I'm just thinking about your person, that it's my way or the highway. when someone's being challenged to heal and grow and evolve, they can push away or discard that other person because it's easier for them to stay in that unhealed energy than to really look at their shadows and do the work. So just know that if this person rejected you, I'm hearing rejection is protection. And I feel like you've been being protected from this person until they change and grow and have their breakthrough moment and self-improve. We also have wealth. So you could be very focused on your finances right now or your job instead of this connection. Yeah, we have starting over, fresh start. So there is some sort of fresh start coming. And we have period of change, moving on from challenges, moving into calmer waters. Six of Swords energy coming together after a disconnect. So I do feel like you were being protected until this person went through their breakthrough moment and until they moved on from their own challenges that have kept them stuck. We have destiny, fated events. What is meant for you will not pass you by. So if this is truly meant to be, then this person will come back in alignment. And Spirit's saying, you know, I feel like right now you are living in alignment. You are being true to yourself. And again, if it's meant to be, it'll come back. What's meant for you will not pass you by. I don't think, again, I can't get over this ick card. Like, I feel like you are someone who's living more in alignment, and you know that if it's meant to be, then this person will come back in alignment, is what I'm hearing. Stubborn, truth. You were dealing with someone very stubborn, very strong-willed, headstrong. So we have alluring, enticing, irresistible, enchanting. So what I'm hearing is the energy that you're in right now is very magnetic to this person and calling them in. Clearly they think you're beautiful. I just saw the Empress card. So we have prepare, get ready, plan for the future. And we have stability. So it feels like someone is preparing to come in with a stable offer. Now we have missing piece. Incomplete without them, final piece of the puzzle. So it feels like this person, Missing Piece by Vance Joy could also be a song that's symbolic or that you should listen to. But this person feels like something is missing in their life. Remember, social changes, nothing that fulfilled them before is fulfilling them anymore. And I also have to say that everything that happened within this connection, it's all little puzzle pieces that lead to the bigger picture. It all had to happen this way is what I'm hearing. And we have chemistry, magnetic bond. So it does feel like with that card, the first card we had, it does feel like there's something that ties the two of you together energetically. You could even, you could resonate with counterparts is what I'm hearing. And you know, if you are counterparts, then you and this person would have come together as unhealed versions of yourself. And a tower moment would have happened to put you in separation so that you could both come into alignment in your own energies before coming back together. I'm hearing 2 more cards, so I'm going to get 2 more. Tarot will be interesting because we have incomparable. So even though you went through ups and downs with this person, it does feel like there's something about this connection that doesn't feel like the rest. And we have external, outside of your control. So just know that none of this was, like, you couldn't make this person change. That my way or the highway, it was out of your control. So I hope you know that it wasn't anything that you did. Again, everything that happened here leads to a bigger picture. All of these puzzle pieces had to fall the way they fell in order to come together, is what I'm hearing. Spirit's being very secretive about what's coming here, which I find interesting. But Tarot will tell us. Tarot will tell us. So I'm just going to cut the deck. We have the Tower, exactly. Divine protection, divine intervention. And I always talk about how, you know, sometimes we try and hold that tower up. Sometimes we see the signs, we see the red flags, and those are supposed to be symbolic of get out of the tower now. And if we don't get out of the tower and we try to make it work, which I think you did try and make it work with this person, we're then thrown out of that tower. And again, divine intervention. So it feels like whatever the past version of this connection was, it needed to come crashing down so that there could be clarity. Whatever the old foundation of this connection was, clearly wasn't stable. And we have the Chariot, so it does feel like there's something more stable coming in. 8 of Swords, new perspectives. That's really good. That's really good. So this is kind of confirming these cards, that this tower had to end, and you see 2 figures being thrown out of this tower. The Chariot is about coming into alignment, like both of you coming into alignment. And then 8 of Swords is about new perspectives. 3 of Swords in reverse, making amends, wanting forgiveness, reconciliation. So that's interesting. So I'm just going to shuffle. 6 of Swords, moving on to calmer waters. So I just want to look at this person. I just kind of want to see what's going on with them. We have 9 of Pentacles, so they're clearly working on themselves. Very independent energy, single energy. We have the 5 of Swords in reverse, which talks about wanting to avoid conflict and wanting to make amends. So it feels like this person, you know, I do feel like they're changing and they no longer want to fight. Yeah, we have the 3 of Coins, which talks about working as a team. It talks about getting on the same page. And it can be an energy of, you know, I'm hearing reconnection, like wanting to work it out together. It also talks about reciprocal energy and Ace of Cups. So a love offer. I feel like this person has had some sort of emotional awakening. I feel like they realized that you were giving more than you were getting. And look at this overflowing cup of love. This card can talk about a renewal. And we have Justice, which is about balance. That's nice. All right, so I want to see what Spirit has to tell me about this person you're connected to. So what do we need to know about this person you're connected to? We have the Page of Wands in reverse. Fear of commitment, instability, low effort, I'm hearing. So I feel, and we've got 2 pages coming out. So I feel like this person, again, something about childhood. They could have had childhood wounds, but I feel like they were quite immature when you knew them before. Like this past version of them, the unawakened version of them, very immature. And let me just describe to you the Page of Wands in reverse. Yeah, unreliable, failure to commit, unreliable lover. So it feels like this person, you couldn't rely on them. They had a fear of commitment, fear of intimacy. I feel like they were almost, I don't want to say they were a lazy lover, but I just don't feel like they were putting in the effort to this connection that you were. And I feel like this person had, oh my gosh, what do you need to know about this person? Perhaps all of your problems are about inconsistency. Yeah, I would say so. That's not about you, that's about them, because I'm asking about them. It says, perhaps all of your problems stem from your own inconsistency. And your person could have very impulsively pushed you away as well, like I said. All right. What else do we need to know about this person? And then I'm going to see what they're up to right now. What else do we need to know about this person? Oh, that's so nice. That is really nice. King of Wands. So they're evolving into a king, which is very nice. That shows maturity. That truly does show maturity. Like this person has been maturing, and this is what you don't see. And this is reminding me of that folktale that an old Cherokee folktale that I have mentioned in a few readings, where we all have two wolves inside of us. One of them is gentle and listens to their intuition. The other one comes from a place of ego, and it's whatever one we feed the most will overpower us. And I feel like your person was very stuck in their ego, very stuck in their shadows. But this, for what we need to know about your person, they're evolving, like King of Wands in the upright. So they're evolving from this Page of Wands in reverse to this King of Wands, which is about, you know, them taking control of their love life, them taking control of their own destiny. That's really good. And Five of Swords in reverse. So it does show them releasing those self-sabotaging tendencies. It shows them releasing the need to argue, the need to be right, all that distorted energy I was picking up on. And it also shows that this person wants to make amends for their past behaviors. So that's really good. And this is, you know, I don't feel like you know this with the moon on the bottom. I feel like this is, you can't see this in the 3D is what I'm hearing. That's really good. And again, this person, you know, doesn't want the conflict. They don't want to argue. They don't want to fight with the Five of Swords in reverse. When in the past, I could see they enjoyed the fight. I don't know if they knew they enjoyed the fight. I feel like it came from a subconscious place. But I do feel like your person like wanted to be right, wanted to be the one in control. Again, acting from a place of ego. So let's see their current energy right now. Show me this person's current energy. We have the Two of Wands. So they're planning here. They're preparing to leave their comfort zone. And remember I said that it can be uncomfortable to change and grow and to make amends with someone if you are stuck in that place of ego. But right now, their current energy, they're about to make a decision here. They're about to leave their comfort zone. I feel like right now this person is reflecting on past patterns, getting ready to make a move here. We have the Page of Coins, so there is some sort of fresh start energy coming in. They're preparing to come towards you. Yes, Devil in reverse, so they're more self-aware. That's really good. This is someone who's been working on their unresolved issues from the past. And the Devil in reverse does talk about releasing that codependency, releasing fear, and taking control of the situation. But the most important thing about the Devil in reverse is being self-aware and doing shadow work. And that's their current energy. I'm so happy to see that. Capricorn energy. We also have fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So devil in reverse, freedom, revelation, reclaiming power, reclaiming control, but not in the way that they had control issues in the past is what I'm hearing. Ending codependency. The moment when an individual becomes self-aware and breaks all the chains that come with addiction and poor habits. The necessary changes that might initially seem painful to make the necessary changes that might initially seem painful to make the adjustments that will pay off in the end by being able to find your true self again. And remember, we had that card about someone coming into alignment, being their authentic self, their true self. So that's very positive. We have Six of Swords, so they're transitioning into their truer self. They're transitioning into someone who is living more in alignment with their truth. Six of Swords does show them moving into calmer waters. So they're transitioning out of that past version of themselves. And we have the Fool getting ready to take a leap of faith. That's really good. So let's see how they're feeling about you. Six of Swords, if I didn't already say it, can talk about wanting to repair a disconnect as well. All right, so let's see how they're feeling about you. Seven of Cups in reverse, clarity. That's really good. Six of Coins, so they have clarity and awareness that they were not reciprocating the energy you were giving. And they have this awareness that you deserve reciprocal energy here. And again, this could have been someone, if we do that, this could have been someone who was prioritizing everything and everyone else over you. Their job, their addictions, their bad behaviors, their shadows, their hobbies, like their family. But in reverse, it shows clarity and awareness about specifically the energy exchange between you with the Six of Pentacles. Let's get a few more. How is this person feeling about the viewer? How is this person feeling about the viewer? I feel like, wow. I feel like what was I going to say before I said that? I feel like you don't know this because there's a very hidden energy in this reading about what's coming. Anyway, for how this person feels about this connection or about you, Four of Swords in reverse. So they do want to reignite the passion here. They want to end this isolation between the two of you, re-enter, release from isolation. We have Temperance, so there's something about balance here. So this person, Sagittarius could be symbolic, Aries could be symbolic, but this person, remember I was talking about energy exchange. And for how this person feels about you, the Temperance card talks about they've been thinking about the priorities that they were choosing. That's what I meant with the Seven of Cups. That this person is reevaluating what they put before this connection. And they want to restore harmony with the Temperance card and with the Wise Cat. Four of Coins in reverse. With the Wise Cat, this person, for how they feel about you, that's very High Priestess energy. That's very magical energy, intuitive. So this person feels like, you are very wise. Perhaps, again, psychic abilities, very intuitive. Also very mysterious. They don't know what's going on with you. And I feel like there's a fear on your person's side, that you have released them, that you're no longer holding on to them. But the Four of Coins in reverse talks about they know they need to be more generous and open with you, with their energy, because I feel in the past they held back. They could have been very stingy with their energy, I'm hearing. And Five of Coins on the bottom. So this person in reverse for how they feel about you. So I feel like this person feels like you've inspired them to make really positive changes. And I feel like they also see that you've made positive changes. I actually just want to look at the Five of Coins in reverse really quickly. Positive changes, overcoming adversity, forgiveness. So they want your forgiveness. They could even feel like you could be someone who is opening yourself up to new love, and they know that, or they sense that. All right, let's look at their intentions. Show me their intentions. Judgment. They want to resurrect something here with you. They want to have a conversation with you. They want to renew this. This is about a renewal. Judgment. And their intentions are to, I feel like they want to talk to you about everything they've been realizing about themselves. But judgment, as far as intentions, like I said, it's about renewal. It's about resurrection. So let's see what action they're going to take. What action is this person going to take? Oh my gosh, we have the Magician and the Eight of Wands. So that's two cards about communication. And the Magician is about putting something into action in the 3D, taking down to earth steps towards this. The Eight of Wands is about rapid change, rapid growth, incoming communication, lots of communication. Interesting that both of your cards about actions are about communication, so it does feel like there's communication coming your way. And we have the Queen of Coins, which is about stability and commitment, wanting to nurture this connection, wanting to, be supportive to you. I want to see if Spirit will tell me the timing of this action. I don't normally feel called to ask, but I'm feeling called to ask. I think that summer card I saw was very symbolic, so within a few months. But let's confirm. What is the timing of this action? We have the Seven of Coins, which is they usually say pentacles are years. I don't think it's going to take this person 7 years, unless it's been 7 years since you spoke to them. I don't think it's going to, I'm being told it's not going to be 7 years. Let's just get another card. Could be within 7 months. Could be in July, I'm hearing. Let's just see if Spirit will give me anything else for timing. So we have the Ace of Swords. So there is something here that this action will come when this person has had that breakthrough moment and has done the appropriate amount of self-reflection they need to do. So it's a little bit like divine timing here. But Ace of Swords is, I believe Ace of Swords is a week. I don't know if it's going to happen within a week. I was hearing July, and Hermit energy is Virgo energy. So I'm hearing from my guides July to September. It'll happen. Isn't that what the summer card said? June to September. Yeah. So I feel within a few months, June to September is when I feel this action is going to come in. So what is your advice? What is your advice? Well, you can't get better than that. So Queen of Wands just fell on the floor in the upright, and they had the King of Wands. So it does feel like this is an energetic match. But your advice right now is to sit in your power, to sit in that black cat energy, to, you know, not chase this person, to focus on your confidence, focus on, you know, creative things, focus on your connection with spirit, and continue glowing up. That's what you need to focus on right now. And we've got the Ten of Swords in reverse, which is about learning your lessons. It's also about, you know, I feel like there's a message here that this reconciliation will come when the timing is right. I know that's frustrating to hear. I'm still sticking to July to September is when this reconciliation is going to happen. And I know that's a few months away. But I feel like if this person comes in before they're ready, you are going to get the ick. So let's look at connecting energy between July and September. Let's look at connecting energy. Actually, before I continue, I just want to get you the advice for these two cards from the book. So we'll see if the Queen of Wands has any advice for you. Self-confidence, independence, and courage. This card symbolizes the growth that takes place along the journey to becoming a strong and self-assured individual. So that's your advice, to keep growing and to keep becoming a strong and self-assured individual so that you don't overgive to this person. And then Ten of Swords in reverse for advice. The clouds are finally parting and better days lie ahead. There is an opportunity to make a major breakthrough and enter a new phase of life that is more peaceful and fulfilling. And remember, we had that breakthrough energy, so there is a breakthrough coming. I feel like you've already had your breakthrough, but Spirit's saying the clouds are parting. Look at that. Your advice was Ten of Swords in reverse, but oh, we have the Lovers. Interesting. But even this card shows the clouds are parting here and better days are ahead. So focus on self-improvement, focus on healing, focus on like letting go of anger and resentment, and focus on the lessons that this taught you about yourself. So I just want to look at the connecting energy between you and them from July to September, approximately. Show me the energy between these two people, July to September. We have the World. So we have, you know, the end of a cycle, the beginning of a new one. We have completion. And we have Justice, see? And Justice is Libra energy. So Libra season comes right after Virgo season. Anyway, from July to September, you have the World and Justice, two major arcanas, major changes, the Ace of Swords. So I feel like there's going to be accountability and honesty here. You will get your justice. And this card also talks about balance. So that's really positive. Yeah. Well then, we have Four of Wands. So homecoming, reunion energy, July to September. So again, just keep focusing on your healing, self-improvement, seeing the lessons, like what did this teach you? Very nice. I want to see what this person wants to say to you through tarot. What does this person want to say to you? Six of Wands. So this person does want a successful outcome here. They do want a successful outcome. And the Six of Wands, I do feel like this person was, this card is about ego as well. So I feel like this person is saying, I was really acting from a place of ego. I'm also hearing like, I'm sorry for making you feel unseen and unloved and like you didn't matter. And then we have the star on the bottom. So they're saying they still have hope for this, that there's a lot they're releasing right now and healing. All right, so let's just get a few channeled messages for you. I feel pain from the damage I've caused. So channeled messages from this person. Bottom of the deck, I see your side of the story. So they do have a different perspective of this. They are seeing your side of the story. When in the past, I don't think they could see past their own nose, is what I'm hearing. Like they couldn't see anybody's side of the story because they were so much in their ego. So what does this person want to say to you? What does this person want to say to you? Missed opportunity. They're seeing you as a missed opportunity. Before I continue on, I just want to grab cards for the, you know what? I'll do it after. I don't know what cards I want for the cover, so I'll just do it after. We have soul contract. The lessons I learned from us will never be forgotten. We have, you made me realize my flaws. I'm struggling to find the right path. We also have, I didn't read that. I know I said they see you as a missed opportunity, but I didn't act when I should have. We still have things to resolve and discuss, unfinished business. Well, that's really good. We have confirmation. They see your side of the story. You made me realize my flaws. Daydreaming, I am always longing for you. I'm afraid of what other people will think, so there could have been outside opinions. And you and this person, you could have had very different values with this card. So clashing perspectives. Oh, look, I let my pride get in the way of our connection. I believe it. And one more. Reunion. So, my friends, I'm going to leave it here. I am sending you lots of love and light, and I will talk to you soon.